Question: should you say no comment if the police stop you and ask you for your name and address during a protest? Are you under a legal obligation to give your name and address to the police during a protest? And is it a crime if you don't? Let me make 4 points. Point 1. You are under no legal obligation to provide your name and address during a protest under the following police stops. A police stop an account which is not a formal police power. Or B, a police stop under Section 1 of PACE 1984 to search for stolen and offensive weapons. Or C, a police stop under Section 60 CJPOA 1994 to search for dangerous or offensive weapons. It's your choice whether you want to answer police questions or to say no comment when asked by a police officer, what is your name and address? The downsides of giving your name and address to the police include it's really an intelligence and data collection exercise, not with the aim of crime prevention or detection, you might think. And you might say something out of anger, which you come to regret. Sometimes giving your details can work in your favour, e.g. it might avert the police from considering more powers, including to carry a more thorough search on you. It's your judgment call, but most legal commentators advise just say no comment during a police stop in the protest and get legal advice ASAP. Point 2. However, you are under a legal obligation to provide your name and address, but not your date of birth, during a protest if the police lawfully stop and detain you under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002. If a constable in uniform has reason to believe that a person has engaged or is engaging in antisocial behaviour, he may require that person to give his name and address to the constable. An antisocial behaviour is defined in law as conduct that has caused or is likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress to any person. What amounts to antisocial behaviour is broad and unclear and a judgment call for the police, but it could be A, entering a shop and waving a flag in the face of customers, or B, shouting foul and abusive comments in the face of a counter-protester or a police officer. Point 3. Remember, you are only under an obligation to provide details mentioned if it's a lawful Section 50 stop. And point 4, if you refuse to give your name and or address during a lawful Section 50 stop, you may be arrested and taken to the local police station, and any person who A, fails to give his name and address when required to do so, or B, gives a false or inaccurate name and address is guilty of an offence. The maximum penalty is a £1,000 fine, a criminal conviction, and all the other possible consequences that follow from that conviction. Please watch the post should you say no comment if you are suspected of committing a crime during a protest. Finally, protest peacefully, that's your fundamental right. But no, there are limits on police and police powers, and there are also limits on protesting and protesters. Feel free to comment, follow, like and share.